Hello, I wanted to make some videos showing off a new tool in Adobe Photoshop, but it is called Generative Fill. It is an AI feature that is pretty impressive. I have not found the limit of it. So this first image is a drone shot I took of Bullsboro and Noonan. This one I just kind of selected a few elements. I had to find out what I could change with the Generative Fill. So the first thing I did is I made a selection around the water tower, typed in a prompt castle, and every time you do that it gives you three options. This is the one I felt looked the most natural. And I went in and started changing other elements into more medieval looking buildings. I selected the road and typed in river, and this is what it came up with. Also threw in some horses for ambiance and another castle in the back. The next image I messed around with in Photoshop, the selfie. So one of the things that's truly impressive of this feature is I can take the extra spaces to the side if I want to make a portrait be more of the landscape orientation. I can have the Generative fill in what it thinks will go in here and here. So that's a result of having the AI come up with the patterns and assume the way things would flow around the image. Extended my arm out here, extended the bridge out over here in the bush. It did some strangeness over here with the railing. I could spend some time changing that out, but that's what I came up with that one. And I went a little further with this one. I wanted to find out what it would look like if I was wearing an orange tuxedo. It's easy to just do a selection, but then I step by step wanted to completely change what I look like. So then I threw on a new beard, creepy pirate beard, threw on some armor, helmet, and yeah, that's really weird that it gets everything lined up just right. Anyway, next one, this picture of me and a buddy of mine. First I wanted to extend the background to have more to work with. That one I had it fill in. I did a prompt for apocalyptic background and it got strange around the sides. So then had to do individual selections for the sides to add a weathered tree and another weathered tree to make that look a little bit more natural. I also started messing around with selections on myself, replacing different elements, so ended up with this silly looking armor. The next one, I took a drone photo of the courthouse in downtown Noonan. The first thing I did is I actually took the remove tool and came through and took out everything, because what I was trying to keep was just the courthouse and the little square around it. So to clean that up, I went and used the remove tool and took out street lights and little distractions, flagpoles, shadows. And then I did a fairly loose selection around the courthouse, the trees, and the grass, and had it generate a lake. And this one kind of blew me away when it first loaded in. How the shadows, the reflections. If I'd spent more time on the edges, it wouldn't have generated this weirdness over here. But if you zoom out and you're not looking for it, it's pretty impressive. Very quick generation. And the last image I messed around with was this image of my daughter at Rock City in Tennessee. First I wanted a larger palette to work with. You see the image just kind of ends here, so then I had to generate, this is with no prompt, just had it generate around. I'll show you that difference again. Original, and then all of this is generated with AI. It blows my mind, these textures on these rocks that all look so, you can barely see the line where the original ends and the new one begins. And then I gave it a prompt for over here. I added a castle, and again the way it lined up this door on this castle was in line with this flowing pathway of the bridge. I thought I'd make it look a little bit higher up over here and add some water down there as if it's all flowing through. It just decided to add that log. I didn't tell it to add that log, but it thought it would look natural. And I agree. I feel like the sky's a little strange up here, but then I went through, and I added some lizards. How easy it is to just make a little selection and add a lizard, or type in anything, and every time it gives you three choices. But so yeah, just wanted to show off what this new feature in Photoshop can do. It's truly impressive, and it keeps you on your toes, I feel, for the days to come when you don't understand what is a real image and what is not a real image. That's getting harder and harder to tell. I posted this on my Facebook and no one really was able to tell this is all fake around the edges here. Okay, so that's it for today. I just wanted to show off some of the creations I've done recently, but next time I will go step by step with a brand new image and take you on the journey with me. But that's it for this little Photoshop video, and goodbye.